So I'm just, Kaz and Renee are joining us now, but Chris Wiley, if you want to get us kicked off at any moment, we are ready for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the Senior Advisory Board for Wednesday, February 10th is open. And we will start with a roll call. Sorry, lost track already. Okay, so Erin is not here today. That's why I'm chairing, right? Okay.
And thank you for doing that.
Sure. And is Nancy there?
I am
Nancy
here.
Phillips? You're here?
Yes,
okay.
here.
Yep, got Nancy Phillips.
Gene Stewart's not here today?
He is. He's in the process of joining us right now.
Oh, okay. Donna?
Here.
Davidel?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
And I see Kaz and
right.
Shelley.
And let me do a quick interruption here.
Thanks,
Go
Shelley.
ahead and mute your mic unless you're answering the roll call. We're getting a lot of echo and feedback right now.
And Julie.
Here.
And Diane Snyder. No? Yes? Okay. Is there any adjustments to the agenda?
Eugene's here.
I got you. Thanks, Gene.
Okay.
No adjustments to the agenda? Okay. Has everyone had an opportunity to look at the January 13 minutes? If so, can I hear a motion to approve them as presented?
So moved.
Thank you, Gene. And second?
Second, Julie.
Thank you, Julie. Okay. All in favor of approving the January 13 minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The minutes are approved. Okay, and we're down to citizen comments, and it looks like that is back to you, Maya.
And I did not receive any citizen comments.
Okay. Library resources for older adults. Maya, would you introduce our speakers, and I'll just go on mute.
Sure. So we are very happy to have Adam and Crystal here from the Sherwood Library. I'm sure if you've been into the library, you might know both of their faces, and they wanted to stop in and talk about the services that are available through the library system for older adults in our community. So I will pass it over to them, and thank you guys for being here.
Hey, everybody. It's great to be here. Thank you very much for having us. Crystal, are you able to share the
Yes,
the
I'm going
PowerPoint?
to.
Perfect.
I just wanted to say hello, and I will go ahead and share.
Well, thank you. We're going to talk for a few minutes today, and we'll open it up to any questions you might have. We wanted to show what the library has for all people, but especially for our senior community. I'm going to wait for that to go up. Yay! Perfect. And I can see the whole thing. I don't know if you wanted to make it a slideshow. Yeah, perfect.
All right, so you've got the whole thing, the whole screen, Adam?
The whole screen.
Awesome.
We are set.
Right.
First of all, let's talk about what we're doing now. All right. We've got our library curbside going on. It's Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., where you can pick up books, and we've got book bundles in the window. Let me bring up all my notes, all the different things there. Book bundles, which are books and magazines and movies for all ages. You choose which ones you want, and we can add them to your checkouts, or you don't even have to have holds. For Adult Winter Reading Challenge, that's going on right now. It's our annual Adult Winter Reading. It's through February 28th, end of the month. You read 3 books. Let me, I'm going to write in chat real quick what is on the docket for that. Here we go. These are the 3 challenges. There we go. Perfect. Except it doesn't look right, but that's fine. And we have bundles at our curbside that have everything on there. So you can grab a bundle and just do the whole challenge with that bundle. We've got monthly library trivia every month, first Thursdays through the end of the month. Small but fabulous prizes. That can be done online completely, or we have trivia sheets at curbside that you can pick up. We've got a historical novel writing workshop. What day is that? That's on Monday the 26th?
2nd.
22nd.
Correct.
Monday the 22nd. All right. and more info, everything on our library website, which I'm also going to share in chat. That's kind of the old business. That's what we've got going on now. Next thing I want to talk about is ebooks. Something that has been just blown up during the pandemic are our downloadable ebooks and audiobooks. We have two different apps for that, Libby and Overdrive, but they're the same thing basically. They both get the same catalog of items. We have downloadable ebooks and downloadable audiobooks that you can check out for 3 weeks, just like regular library items. Advantages, of course, if you're reading ebooks on a tablet, you can make the font as big as you want. So every book can be a large print book if needed, even if we don't have in the system as a large print normally. You don't have to go to the library, of course, to grab things. You can have things, and there's always available items too. Always available ebooks and audiobooks that you can just check out anytime. Now, Crystal, I'm going to turn that over to you.
Great, thanks, Adam. So, and thank you to the board for letting us come in and share a little bit about what we have to offer today. So the Library Mail Service, it's a program that's provided by WCCLS, which is the Washington County Cooperative Library Services, which Sherwood is a part of. It's a county-wide cooperative of libraries. And so the Library Mail Service is a service that sends library materials directly to your home. Those who are eligible for this program, there's really 3 categories of folks who are eligible. So it's people who may have a condition that makes it difficult for them to visit the library, residents living in care facilities qualify, and their caregivers also qualify to use the service. You do have to be a resident of Washington County to qualify for this service, but for those who do qualify, the service is free and there are no associated costs. So the way it works is items come to you in the mail with a prepaid shipping label, which of course makes it easy to return items from home. And so to participate in this program, folks can submit an application online at the web address listed here on the slide. If you go to that web address, you'll also have the option to download, print, and mail your application back, or you can even call them. And the staff there, it's county librarians, they're happy to go through the application process with you over the phone. So that's the Washington County Library Mail Service Program. There is another library service by mail program that's available to all residents of Oregon, and this is provided by the State Library of Oregon, and it's called the Talking Books and Braille Library. So this program is similar to the WCCLS program in that there are no costs associated with this service. The materials are mailed directly to you. Like I said, the service is open to all residents of Oregon. However, unlike the WCCLS program, the materials provided by Talking Books and Braille are either in audiobook form or they're Braille books. That said, the criteria for who is eligible for the service is much broader. And there are 4 main categories of folks who are eligible, and those are people who are legally blind, people who are visually impaired to the point where they need aids stronger than regular reading glasses to read. So for example, folks who have cataracts or glaucoma, they qualify. People who have a physical impairment that makes it difficult for them to handle a book or turn its pages qualify, and also those with a reading impairment. So for example, people with dyslexia all qualify for this program as well. And then the image on the slide there is what people will receive with this service. So the audio materials all come on special cartridges, which is what those blue cases are, and that's what's mailed to you. When you're first approved for the program, you will receive that black device there, which is the cartridge reader. It's a very simple device. It functions similar to how the old cassette players functioned. And that is mailed to you and it's yours for as long as you need it. None of their materials have due dates or any fines or fees associated with them. And so those are the physical things that they can send to people. However, for folks who are comfortable with smartphones or tablets, the Talking Books and Braille Library also has an app. It's called the BARD app that you can download, and you can also get materials that way as well. So it's a great program that we wanted to make sure people knew about. The people who run it are amazing. They get to know their patrons personally. And if you want to get started with it, or if you know anybody who's interested, you can get the application at oregon.gov/library. And you'll find a lot more information about the program there as well. Library of Things.
All right. So as you can see there's our new board game collection. Before I get into library things, I forgot one thing that's happening now that you might be interested in. And I can't believe I forgot it because we've got it coming up right after this. We have the adult book discussion group every month, second Wednesday at 6 p.m. We've been operating as soon as the pandemic happened. We had a meeting in April. And I'm posting a link to our group. Our discussion tonight is over The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates. And next week we've got The Braid. I can't remember the author of that one. Letitia somebody. I can't remember. But everyone votes on the books ahead of time, and we get them all. We have giveaway copies for people. And we also have books in multiple formats in the library that are ready to check out too, that we order in every month. Which is what Maya and I were talking about just before the meeting started, getting something started up at the Senior Center as well. Let me post information about the Library of Things. We've got the board games. Those are fairly new to the collection. We started a few years ago, I think 2018 was the first year, with just normal things for arts, home use, recreation, and science, or STEAM or STEM, where you learn about sciencey things. They also have telescopes, digital microscopes. You've got ukuleles in the arts and knitting equipment. For home tools, you've got paper shredders, and you've got leveling lasers and Dremel tools, those boring tools that you can put into the wall to look in. They've got all of those types of things that you don't need to buy on your own. You can try it before you buy it, or you could just get it when you need it. You don't necessarily need a paper shredder the whole time, but you might want it around tax time. So you've got it ready for you. You can check it out from the library. Crystal, did you have the companion cat? I don't know if you brought that.
Oh, I didn't. No.
Oh, that's okay. We also have the companion cat that you might see at the library sometime. Sometimes it's just hanging out in the window by curbside right now. Its name is Licorice. We have one that circulates, that can go around. It's a robotic cat that you might enjoy. It's very comforting. It purrs and it moves and it reacts to you. But it's really a lot of fun. Let us know if you want more info on that. But you can also click on that link in chat, and it'll take you to all of our Library of Things. So that's everything we've talked about that we have right now. What's coming next? We're going to have that gradual reopening. We're working to get people in the building for computer use first, because we've heard from our senior members on the board and other people that is probably the most wanted thing. So we're working on that. The library has obtained 10 Chromebooks, and we're going to maybe try to set some of those up for computer use first before we let people into the main library, but we'll have it in the building. We also have those Chromebooks that can go out, possibly checking out to people. We can have them ready with Wi-Fi hotspots. We're working on that as well. So you could check them out and use them in the community from your home. You don't have Wi-Fi, you can check one out with the hotspots that will have internet access there for you, where you can check that out before you can get Wi-Fi if you'd like. We also have, just a second, I brought that up. I'm going to paste that in chat as well. 6-word stories in March. Which is our annual 6-word story contest. You can say it all in 6 words. Make an entire story. There's prizes with that as well. It runs through most of March, the 22nd, I believe. far as gradually opening up to the public, we're just going to continue more and more as the level drops, and we're going to go from there. We're going to go as we're able to, that staff is able to make that available to you. Was there any questions that you had for us? I wanted to open that up.
Any questions, anyone? No? Well, thank you so much for your presentation, Adam and Crystal. I've been a lifetime member of the library for about 20 years and lifetime friend of the library. And I can't tell you how much tons of money I've saved using Libby to get my Kindle books instead of having to buy them outright. So thanks for being there during COVID, especially.
Yeah, we've been here since everything went down. March 13th, we had to close the doors, but March 16th, we were open with programs. We have Zoom programs every month. We've got story times for the younger ones every week. We're just here to help, whatever's needed.
Well, I'm anxious to get back in and go through this, physically touch the books again. In the meantime, I appreciate the Kindle.
Absolutely.
To be able to get through on that.
We'll take care, all. Thanks for having us.
Thank you both. So
we'll
I guess
release you to your book club.
Oh, yes. We have book club in about 25 minutes. We're going to start that up.
Time to get some tacos.
Yes.
Gotta hurry before the next thing starts.
That's the plan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Maya.
Okay, Renee, you want to do council updates now?
Sure, no problem. Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if last month I announced or not, we did make a decision as a council that as far as assignments are going, our liaison assignments, I am keeping this one and the library assignment, so I will be your liaison again for this year. Couple things coming up this next council meeting, so next Tuesday, we have a joint work session with the Planning Commission. We're going to do. There are going to be several conversations coming up regarding the Brookman Road area and all the different construction stuff that are going on there. So I'll find out more on the at the next meeting. We will be discussing pedestrian crosswalks. There have been several comments by our community members regarding the safety of the crosswalks, so we'll be discussing that. And we also have a visit from our representative, Courtney Neron, so she'll be in a work session with us next week as well. Let's see, coming up, we have on the 20th is our goal session day, so we will be meeting in person at the Arts Center for our annual goal setting session. If you have any feedback that you'd like for us to consider, please send it my way and I'll make sure to bring that up. We have another joint work session with the Planning Commission at our March meeting, and that's to discuss the comprehensive plan. And some of you may have participated in some of the sessions that were around the community regarding what the future of Sherwood might look like. So we'll be talking about that. We will also be discussing some police policy updates, and that will include our canine, let's see, where is that one? Police equipment, mental health calls, and those types of things. There's a lot of interest in what policing may look like, so that'll be a really good conversation for council and for our community to be aware of. Other than that, there are some other updates, policy updates, signage, those kind of things that we will be discussing. So any questions for me?
I have one. Is it real cost prohibitive to have those crosswalk lights? I love the big crosswalk lights like they have over by Walmart, because you can really see those from a long distance. Are they planning, maybe I'm getting ahead of you because you haven't been to that meeting yet, but are they planning on having more of those around Sherwood at the busier crosswalks in the future?
I really don't know. There's also a new committee that has been established that talks about some of the safety, community safety areas. I know that that's been a topic of conversation. My guess would be that a percentage, but I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you.
area in the Hyde Park area.
Renee,
Yeah.
this is Julie. I have a question. I wonder if there's any talk at all within the council, mayor, city manager about vaccines.
As far as for the community,
Yes.
that has not been a topic that has come up. But I can bring it up. Do you have something in mind, Julie?
Well, I'm just thinking maybe we should get a coalition of people together. And I was brainstorming myself. I was thinking of the friends, of course, of the seniors. Rotary, perhaps. Churches would be a great place to do the vaccinating. Senior Center, of course. Faith in Action contacts those people. Washington County may have control over the supply, so that would be important for them to help us. And I thought maybe if we could get a list of places for people to get vaccines at a certain time, we could prepare a flyer. And I can't do very much, but I could do flyer door to door if we once had a good list of the vaccine, sites, and people wouldn't have to make appointments necessarily. But I think the supply is the crucial issue.
And I'm assuming you're talking directly in reference to some of our older adults, correct?
Well, I think first we certainly should see to it that the healthcare workers, and from my perspective, the teachers need to be vaccinated, or any school workers, and then maybe seniors. I'm 85, and so I'm well in line, but I can stay home. A lot of people cannot. So I would put myself down on the list. I don't, I'm not worried about myself so much, but I do think because I don't know if the Oregonian is correct in this or not, but let me share with you what I picked up. 77% of the deaths in Oregon are 70 years old or older. 2019 deaths. And in the state, supposedly, there are 767,000 people age 65 plus. 767,000 age 65 plus. So anyway, I just think if we could get a group together so we were all on the same page, so we knew that we were covering everybody, especially people who live alone in their homes, we could be, helpful in that respect. And I can volunteer to do anything that doesn't include meeting person to person. I could do research if I had the backing of a group.
Okay. I don't know where council fits into that, but I'm definitely willing to bring the conversation up when we meet next to see what role we can play in helping something like that happen.
Okay,
Renee?
thank you.
Renee, it's Kristen. I'm wondering if I could just speak to that for just a moment.
Sure.
And just really quickly, if you're not talking, go ahead and mute your microphone. We've got a good echo going right now.
So I just wanted to mention that the city does have an EOC, an emergency operation group that meets on a regular basis. We meet virtually at least once a week and come up with a plan for vaccines and how we're going to address any of the community issues as well as operations within the city. So this is a regular topic of conversation. And within our emergency operations group, we have liaisons that are working with Washington County to get the latest information about what is available in our area. And we also have an emergency manager, Andrew, who sits on that committee and is really tied into that as well. It also includes Chief Jeff Groth and Craig Sheldon and myself. So we are definitely on it in a sense of meeting regularly and trying to gather information. And as information becomes available, we'll make sure that that gets rolled out to the community. And that would be part of, I would work on that as part of the public information officer for that group. So right now we're just really limited, but we are talking to Washington County about future vaccination sites, hopefully in Sherwood. But currently we haven't had much success in being able to establish anything, but that is topic of conversation. I know there is going to be one coming up in Tualatin, and I'm not sure of the date, but that's the closest one that has been announced so far.
Kristen, Julie, I understand that Walgreens, I went online and I registered to be informed when the vaccine was available. That's a possibility. And they said they expect to do the vaccines, but they don't know when.
Yes, that's correct. Walgreens is one that, yep, Walgreens is one that we expect to be able to have. And there was another pharmacy, I believe, that was also looking at potentially being able to do vaccines. And then we're looking at other sites as well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kristen.
Sure.
Okay, anything else? Anything for Renee? Okay. All right. Thank you, Renee. So we're going to move on to item 7 on the agenda now, which is other. And I do have a comment under other myself. I wanted to thank the city of Sherwood because we got a gift card. I guess you all did too, for thank you for our service this year because they couldn't have the banquet or like they usually do. And I was kind of disappointed about that because that's one time of the year I actually get to see the council because I'm pretty lazy about going out to meetings at night. But I was really glad to get the card. I had my nice lunch at the Chinese Panda in Sherwood, and I hope you all have had an opportunity to use yours. Anybody? No, not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Mine's was gone. Mod pizza with the kids.
There you go. That's another good place to go. Yeah, I didn't waste any time. I don't think I held on to mine for more than 3 days. You know, it's like having money in your pocket. Okay, any other comments? Anybody want to contribute anything before we adjourn?
I'll just give a quick update at what's going on at the senior center. Our numbers are continuing to remain high. Right now we're still about 20% higher than we were this time last year as far as meals go. We had a wonderful Zoom class today with Ms. Kaz. She led a Zoom class for the senior center, and we had a pretty good attendance for it. And to a person, I heard back, except for from one person who's here, about how great it was and how wonderful it was to move like that. A lot of the attendees had done it 20, 30 years ago, and we're happy to have that movement back in their lives. So thank you so much for that, Kaz. It was wonderful. We have a new travel group coming up. Travel Tuesdays will be the last day of the month where people can talk about their trips, show pictures, and just talk travel since we were stuck in our houses. And the first Monday of the month is Mystery Monday. We are reading mystery books. So that's what Adam and I were talking about when some of you were coming in, as he was helping us to decide on which mystery books, and he'll be ordering them to the library for us for that book club. So if you know anybody who is interested in any of those things or anything at the senior center, please have them reach out to me. I would love to entertain them.
You might mention, Maya, that you have an article coming in the Archer.
I do, yeah. So the Archer will talk about everything that is coming up at the senior center, including we've been able to restart foot care. I think we might have been talking about that last time we met. I can't remember off the top of my head, that we're allowed to have foot care and AARP tax services in the building. So we're working on getting everything scheduled right now, which is kind of a madhouse. I get literally 20 calls an hour to schedule one or the other right now. So have to weed out and make sure I'm getting all the meal calls in between. So it's been hopping, almost literally. We're hopping up and down trying to get the phone.
Just an update regarding the YMCA. We are starting in person 2 senior classes a week. Tuesday will be seniors on strength, and the Thursday class will be Tai Chi with me. So we're still offering 7 virtual classes a week as well.
Great. Well, what time are your classes on Tuesday and Thursday?
The Tuesday and Thursday will be at 11:30.
Okay, great. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, it looks like we had talked earlier, a few meetings back, about meeting every other month. And it looks like now we're able to do that once we're through with our SWAT goal. And so, where did I turn my page? Our next meeting is going to be April 14th at 5 o'clock, right? Okay.
That's what I
All
have
right.
scheduled. If
Okay.
we need to schedule another one, let me know, you guys.
I should say, right, Maya? And the other thing I should always say, this is Chris. When I start talking, I don't do that, and I apologize. I'll get better eventually.
Okay.
So any other comments before I ask for an adjournment? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Jean. Second?
I'll second.
I second.
Okay.
Ooh, not everybody talk at once.
We're adjourning at 5:35 p.m. and I will see you all again in April.
See you in
Okay.
April, and thank you everybody for showing up tonight. It's really lovely to see you all here.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.